So welcome back to my channel, guys, and this is my Shockwave, or you can say the Super Meteor 650 from Royal Enfield. And I have been driving this for last 1000 kilometers. It's around 1200 kilometers now, and it's a good time to review it, I guess. I've been riding this vehicle for 1000 kilometers on plus, and I particularly feel that it's a very superbly comfortable vehicle. You can go on long journeys. It is very well built, very superb design, and it doesn't have any kind of drawbacks, as you can say on the first hand itself, but a few I would pick it out just to be a bit of more picky. Well, it is a 650cc vehicle, and it delivers a performance that is beyond par at anyone in its particular segment. And it is superbly designed, very comfortable, very power delivery is quite on demand, and super smooth gears across all its 6 gears. And the only difficulty you face is when do you want to stop this vehicle, because you never feel tired with this one. So I've been driving the Super Meteor 650 for 1000 kilometers of my ownership, and this is my review, and this is how I feel about it. It is a very superbly built vehicle, very classy in design, and it's a head turner anywhere, anytime you go. And it's a 650cc, so the power delivery is quite on first hand. It doesn't matter on what gear you are, it definitely delivers the punch. The brakes are superb. It has a very powerful bite on it, both on front and rear, and cruising across the highway is just eating up miles and miles and miles. You will never feel tired. I personally did 400 kilometers on it on a single stretch, and I didn't feel at all any need to stop anywhere except the fuel. Well, the fuel efficiency is a bit more, I would say, very efficient for a 650cc segment. So on a full tank, it gives around 31 kilometers per liter. That is superb. Personally, that is on my driving style. The only particular drawback I felt about this is the seats for the pillion ones. The pillion seats are quite stiff, and it is particularly technically it is useless, so you need to get this particular seats padded, and this is quite comfortable from the factory itself, but I also got it padded for both of my pillion and for myself. For all in all, I would say it is a 5-star vehicle with 5-star quality in everything. This is the one of these I would say one of the best produced motorcycles from Royal Enfield, and it has been continuously impressive ride throughout the 1000 kilometers I have been driving it. The pros on this bike, I would say, is it is superbly comfortable, very good mileage on a 650cc bike, and the brakes are quite confident anywhere you go. Even in wet trains, the ABS kicks in quite efficiently, and the corners are super smooth. I did not face personally any problem with the height of this vehicle, and it has never bottomed out anywhere, even on some very choppy roads. I would say you must have seen it in my previous vlog. Just to be picky, I would say there are two changes that this bike needs. There are two drawbacks that this bike has. The first is the pillion seat and the rear suspensions. The rear suspensions are quite stiff for the rear passenger if you are going +1, but I did not feel personally while riding solo any kind of issue, because my seat cushions are quite thick. But anyone who is sitting without the modifications of the cruiser seats from Royal Enfield or any kind of padded seats that I have made, it is going to be a difficult ride for them. But definitely the suspension needs approval of the design team, and it needs to be upgraded to something more softer. But I personally feel that for this particular cruiser, the suspensions have been set quite stiff so that it grips the road as it already does. But I personally did not feel any kind of an issue, because my seats on factory default were quite padded, but the rear seats do not have any padding, so the suspension gives them a punch right into the backbone. So my particular verdict for my Super Meteor 650 would be it's flawless. It's one of my best long-term investment in this vehicle of Royal Enfield, because I personally feel I do not need any more kind of an upgrade from this particular vehicle. It is perfectly set for me, and the long journeys are very comfortable. The vehicle is very agile comparatively to what the weight this vehicle has. It's around 240 kilograms, but you do not feel it while you are riding it. But I will definitely not take it into very crowded areas, because just to save its clutch life and just to keep it easy on the engine itself, because it will definitely heat up in a very crowded areas where the bike is stagnant and still it is kept on. So my final verdict on this vehicle would be, if you're looking for something which is very agile, very pocket friendly, and you want to cruise for longer durations, on longer rides, for a longer miles, you want to go +1, you want to have your luggage, this is the vehicle that you need to get if you are into sort of riding that I am into. And you would love each and every penny that you spent on it, and each and every penny more that you would be spending on it, in your accessories, in your upgrades, in your fuel also. If you go for a higher octane, this vehicle goes very much smoother. But yes, if you are looking something into cruiser sections and your budget is quite I would say under 5 lakhs, or let's say 7 lakhs also, this is the vehicle you need to get. And it's just superbly built, I would say. And I won't say much about it, because you definitely need to go to your nearest showroom of Royal Enfield, or someone who has the Super Meteor 650. Go take it for a test drive, and you would see, you would understand, and you would feel what I mean, what I feel when I'm driving this vehicle. For the past 1000 kilometers, it has been a superb journey. It has been making memories. It has been a very smooth and very, very delightful ride. A big hats off to Royal Enfield for that. And yes, I would definitely say must buy, must buy, must buy. Till then, we will meet you in the next video. Till then, subscribe, like and share. This is Roadster out with the Super Meteor 650.